Hello guys, welcome to the video. This is a video for the Necromancer class for patch 2.6. This is the Bone Storm video. I can finally record the Bone Storm video, guys. It's taken me forever to finally farm this Shadow Hook, but I've got the GG roll, man. It's a really nice one as well. So here we go, guys. Here's the vid. Okay, guys, what is the Bone Storm build? I'm being a bit surprised if you've not heard of it. Right now, it's the rank number 1 Necromancer build. Well capable of going well over GR 100. It combines an amazing DPS and survivability. It's very, very cool to play as well. And also, this build has actually changed now over the course of the last week to week and a half to different versions now. Some people are dropping their Quillers now for Corpse Whisper Pauldrons for even more lance damage and things like that, and like dropping their Intel gems now for armor gems now instead. So you know, it's evolving already. As usual, guys, the build guide in the description of this video will always be updated to the current meta. So even if this video is slightly out of date, that guide will always be updated. So always check that there, and rolls and things like that. Okay, so how does this work then? You want the full Inara set across all your whole character. As usual, like I said, refer to defans for all the gear rolls and stuff like that. So what does this set do? 2-set bonus. Bone armor damage is increased by 1000%. Sweet. 4-set bonus is where all the tankiness comes from. Bone armor grants an additional 2% damage reduction per enemy hit. It's what makes the build very, very tough as well. So it's really, really nice set. It's very cool. 6-set bonus. Bone armor also activates a swelling ball today, so you get a big AoE going around you all the time, which looks absolutely amazing. And does 750 weapon damage, and increasing the damage they take from the Necromancer by 2,750. And also, the actual Bonado, or you want to call it the Bone Tornado, actually procs the Teardrop Gem. The Teardrop Gem basically smites the enemies, which does actually do very good DPS because it's being buffed by the set bonus, and actually heals you for 3% of your maximum life as well, all the time. So, you know, it basically, you become extremely tanky. You're healing and DPS is just the storm all the time. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really, really fun to play. Really fun to play. Okay, guys, so other gear then. Of course, Reality Shadow Hook, man. Every point of maximum essence increases your damage by 0.5. And bonus light also generates 3 additional essence for each enemy. We don't use the latter. It's just there for the DPS buff. So hopefully, if you can get the maximum essence roll, like I have here on the secondary, it'll give you even more damage. Also, you can put points into maximum essence in your Paragon as well to even further increase your DPS. Is this more DPS than pumping Intel? Probably, but I don't know the math, man. Go on to that bloody site, guys, that checks it out for you. Okay, so of course we're using Unity as well. You do need a Unity, even though it's a tanky build, you do need Unity to really buff your toughness. And generally you'll be over at about 200 mil toughness once you've got the gear rolls half right, man. And those that don't know, Unity basically gives you 50% damage reduction between you and your follower. Remember, this is a solo build. So make sure you've got Unity on yourself and the follower, you get 50% damage reduction. First gem we are using, of course, is Pain Enhancer. Critical hits cause the enemy to bleed, but the main thing it gives you is the Blood Frenzy, granting you 3% increased attack speed for each bloody enemy within 20 yards. And this makes your sheet DPS just go through the roof. Like, absolutely crazy through the roof, and it gives you enormous amount of DPS. So you want to be fighting in a big, big pack of mobs, always, man. Always. Belt guards, of course, we're using Deity's Binding. You gain an additional 50% damage reduction when there's an enemy afflicted by a Decrepit Fire, which we're using the bar. We'll go over skills in just a moment. Using Compass Rose, guys, and Traveler's Pledge as usual for the damage reduction and damage buff. When you stand still, you get 100% damage. 100% damage buff, and when you're on the move, you get damage reduction up to 50%. So as you're pushing forward in GR, especially hard GRs, you know, you're going to stay alive. But when you're pushing forward, make sure you do some Decrepit Fires for extra damage reduction while you're on the move. It doesn't take much essence, only 10, so it's very, very cool. Lovely. Second gen, guys, of course, is Bane of the Trapped for the enormous damage buff as well. Remember, this is a melee build, so you'll be in the thick of it all the time. You'll be proccing this gem bonus, which are part of the Christmas bonus, which is in the cube. Last gem, guys, of course, like I said, is the Meridae's Teardrop of the Star Weaver for healing and more DPS, which is popped by Bone Storm. It's absolutely awesome. But yeah, guys, for Inara set then, boots, legs, hands, shoulders, helm, and chest plate. If you're using Corpse Whisperer Pauldrons in the cube, then you want to stack red gems in your gear for the more toughness, because basically you'll be giving up a Quiller. But when you pop your land dead, you better blast them basically with a Brutal Touch here. And it will hit like crazy because it stacks up as well. Stacks up, it's amazing. Guys, you do want a lot of cooldown reduction on this as well. So put a cooldown reduction gem in your helm, the diamond. You can have it on your shoulders as well. And you could, I don't have it on this roll here, unfortunately, but you can have. You do want a cooldown reduction here on your gloves as well. Lovely. And of course, guys, Agent Path of Defenders. So when we stun enemies, which happens from here, Dizzying Curse. Cursed enemies have a 10% chance to be stunned for 10 seconds when healed, and it will proc this. And if you do get up, so you can have up to 12% damage reduction per enemy within 12 yards. So you know it's a lot of damage reduction. It keeps you alive, and also this can be triggered as well from, of course, bone armor dislocation. Okay, guys, cube gears, man. Cube gears, man. Tregold's corroded fang. Okay, what's this do, man? So we are using the Grim Scythe Curse Scythe here. This applies 3 curses at a 15% chance, but with this one here, it makes it a 100% chance. So you're always going to get a random curse. So proc Decrepify, which we're already cast anyway, but also it can give the Leech base ring, so healing, and also frailty. So when the mobs are on 15% health, they just die instantly. So you know, there's a lot of synergy in this build, and it's very, very fun to play. So yeah, Tregold's Fang, they will give it 100%, so rather than 15%. But more importantly, though, you deal 200% increased damage to cursed enemies. So as soon as they're cursed from this or the scythe, they're going to gain 200% increased damage. Okay, that's where a lot of the bulk of damage goes. Then, like I said, guys, man, we're using the Quilla. Because we're not using primary resource in this build at all, you always get that extra 50% damage reduction up as well. Like I said earlier, you can use Corpse Whisper Pauldrons here for more even DPS. And then you have to change your gems to red gems here for more toughness. So it's up to you, but as a new player, I'd suggest you go the Aquila route. But if you want extreme push to build, go the Corpse Whisper route instead. It looks like it's going to be probably the meta now. Very nice, man. Right, so and last but not least, guys, Crispin Sentence. This ring is absolutely crazy good, man. You deal 100% increased damage against slowed enemies. Okay, straight away, Decrepify, as soon as you drop a man, will slow them down. But also, Bane the Trap will do it as well. So it's a matter of bets. It's going to be up all the time anyway, but you always want to hit that Decrepify. More importantly, though, or triple this damage bonus against enemy afflicted by another type of control impairing effect. Okay, so basically you get triple DPS if and when the Dizzying Curse stuns them, or you pop the stun from bone armor dislocation. Okay, so you pop this and basically it will stun them and it will trigger the enormous damage bonus, and that's when you start seeing the really big numbers and all that. So make sure, especially on elite packs and Rift Guardians, you pop dislocation, or if you see the stun go off from Decrepify. Most of the time it's best idea to do it from bone armor because you know when it's going to go off, and then that's when you drop your Land of the Dead here. Enemies of Land of the Dead are practically frozen, and all skills can be used at will for 10 seconds. All corpse skills. So basically, as soon as you use an elite pack, you stun them here with bone armor. You pop this, and you just hold down right click on Corpse Line's Brittle Touch. Enemies become brittle, increasing their chance to be crit by 5% for 5 seconds each time they hit with a Corpse Lance. So basically, you can spam this for 10 seconds. This is basically your Rift Guardian killer, your elite killer, stuff like that. That's why we've got cooldown reduction on the helm here and the shoulders, and hopefully the gloves. I don't have it on the gloves yet, and of course Paragon points as well. And pretty much that's how it works. That is actually how it works, man. My follow gear, as usual, is you've got to have Enchanted Favour because you've got the follow must stay alive because of the Unity Ring. Always use an Oculus Ring, guys, for the damage increasements. The weapon is up to you. I like the Jangdo. I like the freeze effect, especially on Rift Guardians at 20%, which is pretty sweet. Overwhelming Desire gives you more damage. If you want grouping, you could change that to an S of Johan amulet instead. I might change that actually. And shield is up to you. I quite like the freeze effect with the extra freeze chance. And there you go, guys. That is the stats and stuff. Passives, standalone, increase your armor by 100%, reduced by 10% for each active minion. Blood is power. After cumulatively losing 100% of your maximum life, all ability cooldowns are reduced by 20%. This effect cannot reduce an ability cooldown more than once each time it is used. So basically, this is, as soon as you lose your life to 100%, stuff on your bar will be cooling down, so like Land of the Dead, and especially bone armor as well. Spreading Malediction, receive a 1% damage bonus each time an enemy is afflicted by one of your curses. So as you're chopping dudes in the face, man, with your Grim Scythe, or you're cursing them with Decrepify, it's going to give you that damage bonus, and it's going to keep stacking up until it fades away, which is generally, was it 30 seconds, isn't it? Yeah, 30 seconds. And Overwhelming Essence, increase your maximum essence by 40. Why are we using this? Because of the Shadow Hook. Remember, the Shadow Hook gives you 0.5 per point of essence. So the more essence, the better. And hopefully you guys get a roll like I have. I was really fortunate on this roll. On secondary, maximum essence is for the win. And there you go, guys. I think we covered everything there. Did the cube. Right, let's do a, I don't know, a GI80. There we go, we're popping now. So Blood Rush, get your bone armor stacks up. And just curse everything. Basically curse everything, get in there and chop them up, man. In high GRs though, when you're pushing forward, curse the enemies. because you want to, you want to debuff them, sort of thing, and you don't want to be smashed. But the toughness is insane. It's a really, really tough build. That's why I think this build is so popular right now, because it's. There we go. Drop land and dead now. That's sweet, man. That's sweet. So go bam. So you see there, I just dropped my I just hit bone armor here, dislocation, to proc the secondary stun. So that way I get that giant damage bonus. You expect to see some very large damage numbers on this. Even as a low Paragon player, you will walk through rifts on this. It's really, really strong. Really, really strong. There we go, just kill these dudes here. Remember though, yeah guys, see all these bodies here? There's loads of bodies on the floor. If you're when you're pushing the deep rifts, man, you want to basically just put an elite pack like we've got here. Let me just curse these dudes up, get the debuff on the go. Pull these guys that like to loads of bodies here. It's just the usual thing, they'll put them to trash sort of thing. Dislocation, land of the dead, and then you can just drop them. If you don't have land of the dead up, so you can spam this for 10 seconds, you've got all these extra bodies on the floor to spam into the mob. So you always want to pull tough elite packs, especially to trash. Kill the trash, they're going to drop a corpse on the floor, and then you can zap them with corpse lance, which is really cool as well, actually. It's really, really nice to do. Alright, let's go forward. There we go. I've already done a GR 90 with this build already, and my gear isn't actually rolled correctly at the moment either. I'm actually missing quite a few toughness rolls actually, because I've been experimenting with a lot of Inara stuff of late. But yeah, right now guys, you've got the best solo build, man. This is the one. This is the one, man. There we go. Boom. My god. It's absolutely crazy. It's strong as hell, though. I see what these dudes here. So to crepify, bone armor, because it's proccing the secondary control parent effect for Crispins, and you just watch them drop. There we go. Ooh. Right, my land of the dead has just come back up again because we used that pylon. I know it's a little cheaty, but bone armor. There we go. Just blow them up. Look, bum, 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 bum. It's absolutely fantastic, man. Crunch. And they're dead. Such a chill build as well. It's really easy to play. Really easy build to play. Also, guys, if you're an older gamer like me, and your hands are a bit sore from all the years of gaming, man, this is a really easy one to play. A really, really easy one to play, man. I have quite a lot of viewers on my channel these days that are very older than me, man. Fucking older than me these days, man. I know, right? It's not possible, is it? But they always say to me, could you make a build that doesn't require too many button clicks? Because basically, I've got arthritis in my hands. I had a viewer once who's only got one arm, you know what I mean? And so I've been trying to figure out builds for that fella as well right now, man. But yeah, this one is very, very easy to play. It doesn't require you to. You can play this one-handed, basically. You can play this one-handed. It's very, very easy. Right, boom. A little bit of corpse lance now. Like, nice. Remember though, that corpse lance might do the fucking. See that 500 billion crit there? Jesus Christ, it's crazy. Another thing, guys, you could do actually is give up Unity. I know it sounds crazy, but give up Unity and stick a COE into this build. You could put a COE into this build, which will generate even more damage. But I wouldn't recommend that because you would lose so much toughness. 50% damage reduction is enormous. It's absolutely enormous, guys. If you're playing this in group play, change the Unity to Lornell's Sunstone. He said that it's the new Necromancer damage reduction ring. You can just use that instead. And that way you can still get damage reduction, but you won't kill each other. You know what I mean? Right, let me just pop this. There we go, and blow them up. 10 seconds of spam, boys! And there you go, they're dead. Oh, so good. Look at that, man. It's cool. So cool, man. Yeah, you know me, guys. I prefer pet builds, man, but this is fun. This is very chill, very easy. You just go in there. You can see these little beams of light shooting out of the sky. That's actually the teardrop smiting all the time. There's actually quite a lot of DPS as well. It actually does a lot of DPS. Remember, that gem is healing you all the time, man. All the time. There we go. We just pulled a leap pad out. We killed a little bit of trash. Got him all tagged up. And then we blew him up with some lances. Yeah, the lances is your burst DPS on this build, basically. It's your burst. It's nice, man. Put Rift Guardian kills, guys, preferably. You want, as usual, a Rift Guardian that summons ads if you can. But it's the RNG of the game, so if you do get one, and then GG. Because that way, you've got more corpses to do corpse lines and stuff. That way you don't always have to wait up for Land of the Dead to actually DPS. You can proc your Oculus Stream from follow as well. Oh, cheaty mode on. Nice, let's go. Conduit. So, yeah, it's very, very fun, man. Like I said earlier, you can change the Aquila to the Corpse Whispered Pauldrons instead. And then stack armor gems onto your gear, man. But it's really interesting to see how all these Necro builds are evolving. You know, the pet builds I've been making. I recently put one up on here on my YouTube channel. I've really changed that build now. I don't know, 2 times now already. Check the description in Diablo fans for the updates, guys. But you know, the builds are being discovered and being evolving. It's a really exciting time, to be honest, man. You know what I mean? It's a really exciting time in D3. It's been a long time since we've had, you know, a new class added to the game. The last class we had was the Crusader. That was what was that now? Over 3 years ago with Reaper of Souls. So it's really nice now that we've got to sit down, experiment, and share new builds, improve those builds with the Diablo community, and you know, just have fun with it, man. It's been really, really good. It's been so great on Twitch lately as well, man. It's been everyone's experimenting. Oh, Tony, have you tried this build out? This build out? Try this build out. Try changing this rune to do this, and then link it to this way, and all that sort of stuff, man. It's fucking great. It's great fucking fun right now. It's, I hope this is the first of many Necromancer DLCs. Well, not Necromancer, but you know, many DLCs we're going to see for Diablo, man. Hopefully we see some. Hopefully we see Druid next, man. I want to see Druid. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited to see Druid next. I think we're probably going to get Amazon. I think probably get Amazon because that's what happened last time. Wasn't it? We got the Necromancer on Heroes of Storm. Then a few months down the line, we suddenly there's a Necromancer announcement. I was like, oh shit! So we might get Amazon next, but I would love to see the. I'd love to see. Oh my god, that damage is crazy! Jesus Christ! It's crazy, but yeah, I would like to see that. I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to see that Druid next, man. Right, let's pop over here. Man, this Bone Storm looks so cool. Also, guys, you can do a one-hand version of this as well if you want to, because you can put the Fang main hand and then use another offhand. There's no real offhand I think that could really benefit that build that well, but it would mean that you would gain more crit. You would gain more essence as well off the secondary of the offhand, so that's definitely a viable option, I guess. But time will tell, man. We need to do some farming and test it out. I do have a pretty good Fang. So unfortunately, it's all area damage, which I don't need. But, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying out this with a one-hand setup. Using a one-hand setup, we should be able to spam Corpse Lance more often, I should think, as well, actually. That's what I love about D3, man. You can experiment, change stuff around, and see if you can break and find a better meta, which has already happened in the last couple of weeks. With this build, with the now the new addition to the Corpse Lance through Cube Man with the shoulders. Right, Rift Guardian. Who's this guy? Oh, he's not too bad, I think. Well, unfortunately, my Land of the Dead isn't up, so I'm going to have to sit there and just swipe a bit. I've got a few corpses there, so we can use those. There you go, see those corpses that are left over from earlier? Dislocation. But generally, guys, you'd pop your Land of the Dead here, take up the Rift Guardian, and just wreck him. I'll tell you what, let me just wait until this pops up a bit. Oh, it's on quite a long corner. But pretty much, guys, what you do, you just wait until Land of the Dead comes up, you take the Rift Guardian up, and you just blow him up, basically. You just blow him up. Thankfully, I've got one here that's summon ads, so if I kill these ads now, then I'm going to get some extra corpses. This was looking about earlier. Then you go boom, boom, and then you spam your corpses on this top and do dead. And there you go, guys, man. So this build is unbelievably strong. It's very chill. It's very tanky. And currently, it is the Necromancer meta. And there you go, guys. That is the end of the video. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and have fun in Sanctuary, guys, with Rise of the Necromancer. See you soon.